Hey guys, this is Nathan and welcome back to Forever Stranded. Hope you guys are doing good today. I am doing absolutely amazing. So I've been doing a bunch of stuff between episodes and it has mostly involved using these sieves to get lots and lots more ores. So because of that, we have a chest that is basically completely full of ores. Now I did run all of my copper and all of my iron out of this. Because of that, we have a bunch of copper blocks. Iron is in the smeltery right now, but also you can see here we have tons of coal blocks now, tons of lapis blocks, a bunch more diamonds. Yeah, it works pretty good for that too, but this is a big one, the redstone. So of course we solved our redstone issues with the red orchids. But the problem is we're always running out of bone meal. Well, we're not running out of bone meal now. But, strangely enough, the bone meal is not what I've been using to get that. So our seed chest here has been completely full for quite some time. And so I decided to go ahead and make the knife from Actually Additions and make some of this biomash. Now this gets placed into the compost from Actually Additions, and after a little bit of time it will turn into this fertilizer. Now we get 64 at a time, which is really nice, but yeah, we get a lot of this. Now I have done some testing on this, and there's actually, use your fortune tools all the time. It doesn't just affect things like the red orchids, it also apparently... You jerk. Okay. But it also affects Pam's Harvestcraft stuff. So I have a bunch of the Pam's Harvestcraft stuff down here. I had to get some bell peppers and some tomatoes for some of the stuff that I was making. But I found out that using Fortune gives at least a 50% increase on the yield. So using just the fertilizer or bone meal by itself, we get about, well, just shy of 1 3/4 of a stack of produce per 64 of the fertilizer. Using our pickaxe, we get almost 3 stacks. So I think what we'll do, we will do the tomatoes, because those we need a lot of. So we should be able to get almost 3 stacks out of this 1 stack of fertilizer. The last time that I did this, I think it was 2 stacks plus 62. It was quite a bit. So we got 2 stacks plus 34 this time. You know, still not too bad, but oh my gosh, these guys, they drive me nuts. But that's besides the point. Oh, and I really need to set up a trash can. That is something that I need to do. What I've been doing with a lot of this stuff is throwing it into lava, especially these feathers, because they are just annoying. So I got tomatoes, I've got bell peppers. I have been making a bunch of food. And so the tomatoes and the bell peppers were a couple of things that we needed in order to finish out a couple of recipes here. So we have a lot of food now, and most of these are really good foods. So we have our fish sandwich, which is good for 4. It's currently only good for 2 because I must have just eaten it. But we can add lettuce to it and take it up to 4.5. Then we have the leafy, or I think it's 5. The leafy chicken sandwich, which is good for 5.5. Lamb kebabs, which are good for 6. The lamb barley soup, French toast, which I believe is good for 5 ordinarily. Mint chocolate chip ice cream, good for 5. The mixed salad, pot roast, roasted veggie medley, or roasted root veggie medley. It's good for 5. So yeah, we've got a bunch of really good food there. I have been having issues where when I will go to eat, I have some junk that, well, it doesn't give me full hunger or saturation, which is kind of annoying. But yes, we have been doing a bunch with that. Now also, we have all 7 of our fluid tanks here full, and this guy's full too. So, yeah, this is an impressive system for only being 1 crucible, 1 block of lava, and a tank. So, yes, that's working really good. We are, like I said, we're in the process of running iron through here. We already have 23 blocks, very nice. But you may have noticed this in the last episode. I set up another squeezer and a drying basin here. Now, anyone who's been paying attention to the series will know that the drying basin really only works for making the integrated dynamics stuff. And the squeezer is capable of squeezing the, whatever in the heck the mineral liquid stuff is, out of the logs. So I have a simple fluid duct behind this, pulling the liquid out, dumping it into the drying basin. It dries out, hopper underneath, pulls into a wooden chest. So we have 2 stacks of logs that we ran through there. Now why would I be doing that? Because I really feel like integrated dynamics is the proper way to go to automate our generators. So I want to try to figure that out today. Now I did set up an extra energy cell up here just because I didn't really have a place for it, but it's whatever. But so we're going to try to get a little bit of the stuff with integrated dynamics figured out. So the introduction and the mineral basics, we went through that, no problems there. But the network foundations, this is where things start to, we have things that we need to make. So the main goal of this mod is for building control networks for automation, which is exactly what I want. This is done using logic cables. Try making a network with 10 of those cables. So we need to make some of these logic cables. So we need some mineral crystals, some redstone, and some sticks. And I think part of the reason I avoided this at first was because redstone was such an issue. But obviously that's not the case anymore. So let's go ahead and grab that. We need some sticks. Oh wow, we don't have many sticks in there. And I think I pulled all of the... Yes, I pulled all of the sticks out of there. Well, we've got a few in there. Well, that should be a great deal plenty. Alright, so we need some of the mineral stuff. And I think there's going to be some of those. Yes, there's some of those in the squeezer as well. Now, I have looked, and it doesn't look like there's any specific uses for the mineral logs. So I'm just going to go ahead and put those through here as well. This thing will slowly catch up on the drying basin. So keeps the drying basin running at full power. I'm really happy about that. So let's go ahead and break that down. And so we will look up integrated. So integrated dynamics, we need to make these logic cables. Looks like they are a 2-directional recipe. That is, it's not very often you see recipes like that. And why? Okay. So there we go. We've got that. And it says try making a network with just these. I don't know how we could do that, because I don't think there's anything else in the mineral basics. No, that's the squeezer and stuff. And that's wrong. We need the network foundations. Okay, so let's just try hooking some things up here. So, like, if we put this here, yeah, it doesn't connect to anything. Yeah. Okay. Weird. Okay, so we can't click on this, we can't do anything with it, so yeah, I don't think that that is the proper thing that we need to do here. Go ahead and fix the ground. Alright, so one of the things that I do want to do is get this wrench, because I do think the wrench is probably going to be able to pick these up easily. So let's try this. We put one down here. If we shift right click, yes, absolutely. That is definitely the way that we want to do that. So it doesn't look like we can do anything with that, but if we do this now, can we... Oh, interesting. So we actually can connect and disconnect stuff. Very neat. Alright, so next up. The next step will be to craft some variable cards and variable transformers. Variable cards are used to store references to values in the network. Variable transformers are crafted elements for components that can be placed on logic cables for reading and writing these values. So, yes, we have the logic cable already, the wrench. Then we need to make some of these variable cards. We need some paper for that. So, I do think we are going to need to pop down here, grab some more sugarcane. We used up just about all of our sugarcane, so let's go ahead and make as much paper as we can here. And we will grab a couple, I guess. Now, this is finished. We have to have an empty hand to pull it out. I have found that out. And then we just drop another one back in. It's not real fast. I'm sure that we could automate that in some way, but this isn't bad. I mean, the knife is more of the problem than anything. Alright, so we need to make some of the variable cards. Let's go ahead and make a recipe of those. And then what's the next little bits that we have in here? We have the output variable transformer and the input variable transformer. So for those, we're going to need pistons and sticky pistons. Now that is actually something that we haven't really done much with. So let's see here. Oh, and I figured out what was going on with these shift click or locking things in here. So you have to shift click on it, and strangely enough, it doesn't show it right away, but then it will after that. I'm confused, but whatever. Okay, so we'll just manually make these, I guess. So, yes, this stuff, we are going to be kind of fixing some of this stuff up here very soon. And airplane. Oh, we need iron. Iron. There we go. Isn't it ironic? Alright, let's make us some pistons. And I'm sure we're going to need a lot of those, so that's why I made so many. Now, to make these into sticky pistons, I guess we do have slime, don't we? Now, where did I put the slime? That's the question. I think it's in this one. Yes, we do. Alright, so I suppose we'll make... We can't use slime balls to make sticky pistons? What? How do we make a sticky piston then? That doesn't sound good. Where are the sticky pistons? There they are. A bucket of slime. Okay, so we can use... Yeah, we can use... Oh, it has to be on top of it. Really? I don't think that's a normal thing. Interesting. Okay. Well, anyway. So we should have everything that we need now to make these, right? So we need to make the output variable transformer. We'll just make one recipe of those and one input variable transformer. So now on these, I would assume these can like interact with the redstone here or something like that, but I don't think we're quite ready to set that up yet. So now, basic network components. One of the methods for binding variable cards to certain values is by reading in values from readers. Let's start by crafting some basic readers. After that, craft a display panel, which is useful for displaying the values of variable cards. Now that to me sounds really neat. You know, that we can actually see what the things are having. So we needed to make, what was it that we needed to make? Reader. So we need to make a reader. Well, there's a lot of different types of readers. Okay, if we make like a redstone reader, apparently we need some redstone blocks, and we might as well grab the rest of that. Okay, so if we make a redstone reader here, and then we need a display. Oh, we need mineral berries for that. I was wondering if we were going to have any uses for those. We can eat them and we can make torches with them, but okay, we do need them for this. And then this, we need more berries. Now we needed 2. So does it matter? These require static light panels. Oh, the dynamic light panel is just an upgraded version of the static light panel. Okay, so we need 2 of these. And then we need our display panel. Okay, so now, based on what it's saying here, we should be able to set this down next to our redstone. So we will take our cables, go like this. We should be able to put the redstone reader on here. That does connect. So now, if we come in here, ooh, okay. So there are a lot of things here. We can do a comparator with it? Interesting. Okay, so it is registering as a value of 15 right now. You know what? We're going to set this up in a place that there is a variable flux to the redstone so that we can see this. So this is a better place for that. So now if we look at this, the redstone is at 1. So we want to set a variable card in here. And now we have this part ID 1, variable ID is nothing. So I don't know if we can name these. Clear or copy in a crafting grid. Okay. So now, if we place down a display panel here, what do we do here? We put this in there, and it displays a 1. Okay, that is pretty cool, actually. So let's go ahead and use up some power here. How much? We're not even using any power in the system at the moment, probably because this is full. Alright, well, let's move some flint around. That's a lot of flint. Of course, right now I am pulverizing gravel, or sag milling gravel. But so this should slowly drop, and here after a little while, we should be at 0 on that. Now, I guess one thing that we could do here, we could put our lens of the miner on here, and we could start placing some of this out. Oops. And this should help pull that down. Okay, so it should have nothing now. So it should say 0. Yes. Awesome. Okay, so that is perfect. All right, that is exactly what I wanted to see. Let's go ahead and drop this stuff off in here. Saltpeter can go in there. Wow, I forgot I had that much coal in there. And we will go ahead and grab these. All right, so we can read a redstone signal. That is really cool. Now, let's continue onward. Onward and upward. Okay, so display panel. Let's continue on. Mini readers. Okay, aspects. As a simple example, let's try reading in a redstone value and displaying it, which I've already done. So that should be fine. Logic operators. While displaying values that originate from readers can be useful, things get really interesting when you start combining certain values with other values using operators. All operators can be found in the logic programmer. Start by crafting a logic programmer, which exists in both item and block form. Okay, so we need to make the logic programmer next. So that is, well, that's the portable one. No, that's variable store. This guy. So that is just a block of crystallized mineral and a crafting bench. Well, that's pretty simple, and we are actually running low on the mineral right now. So let's grab some more of that, and then we need a regular crafting table. And of course we don't have one. Of course we don't. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this up there, put this with it. Shapeless crafting. I love shapeless crafting. So now, the question becomes, how does this thing work? Do we need the cable to attach to the top of it? Ooh. No. Okay. Wrench. Okay, so we cannot wrench that guy up, but we can do this. Turn it into a portable logic programmer. Now, the question becomes, if we put another one of these out here, put a couple of them actually. Okay, that fixed itself. Okay, so it doesn't look like that's going to connect to it. So I don't quite understand the purpose of this guy then. We can rotate it with the wrench. But that doesn't seem to do anything. Okay, so let's go back to the book. Back to the book. Okay, start by crafting that. Next, search for the integer operator and click on it. This will open a window in which you should type a number. When you have done this, insert an empty variable card to bind that integer to the variable card. Okay, so integer, let's say 12. And then we take a variable card. Okay, value of 12. Alright, now what? Finally, search for the addition operator and open it. It will allow, okay. So addition. Addition. Okay, so we want to put variable card 1 plus variable card 2 and output that into variable card 3. Okay. So now we can't see it though. I have read enough to know that this is not going to work. So if we put this in here, it said, variables not found. So what we need to do now is make a variable store. This guy. So we need a chest. Alright. Grab a chest. I have no idea how many variables this thing can hold, but this is where we need to have our variables put. So if we put this down here, can we wrench onto that? Can we connect? There we go. Okay, so now we can come in here and we can throw our variable cards in here. And now it says 13. Nice, because it's got 1 here, 12 on the variable card. Now, question, what happens if we go over? So let's change this now to be 15 and reset this variable card. So now if we drop this back in here, it will go over 15. Nice. Okay, I wonder what our limits are on that then. That, Let's try 256 and see if it can take that and display it. 257. It slightly shrinks the numbers. Yes! Oh, I love it when things are like that. So that is absolutely perfect. I love it. Okay. This yes. I love this mod. I love this mod. Okay, so we've got the addition. All right. So yeah, so the variable store, we needed that for this part, so I'm just jumping ahead. All right, now that you are familiar with basic logic, we can have a look at the more advanced network components, the materializer and the proxy. As you may remember, the logic programmer allows you to create variables with static values, or you can create more complex variables based on dynamic value evaluation. The materializer can be used for converting a dynamic value to a static one. This can be done by inserting the dynamic variable card in the top slot of the materializer. Every variable card that is inserted into the left slot will be set with the value the top variable has at that moment. Well, I don't know where we would need that, but perhaps we'll come across it in the future. The proxy allows you to add an extra level of indirection. A level of indirection? That doesn't sound right. For your variables. You may, for example, have a logic program that requires a static value in there. If at any point in the future you want to change that value, you would have to rewrite your program unless that value was proxied. In which case, you would simply have to update the value in the proxy. For this tutorial, create materialized and proxied variable cards. So materializer and proxy. Ooh, that's lots of variable cards. Well, I don't know that I want to do that, but we'll make them. They want us to, so we will. Okay, so the proxy. We are missing a variable store. Okay, we need to make a couple more variable stores. I'm fine with that. No, that's the wrong thing. Need this guy. Yeah, we are going to run out of mineral crystals. But this is so stinking cool. Okay, so there's the proxy. And there's the materializer. And I think we're going to make a few more variable cards here. Oh, we don't have the mineral for that. Alright, there we go. Alright, so these guys, we should be able to now go and hook them up to the network. And we should be able to do something with them. Okay, so this is the proxy. So let's say that we take our variable card here and we are going to put that up there for 256. And then we'll put another variable card there. So now we have a proxied variable using ID 3. Alright, so now I think I understand what's going on here. So if we go ahead and we will want to reset this guy. So we need our addition. We need this variable again. So we need our addition. And we're going to take this guy plus the proxy variable. And that is going to be this guy. Okay. So now we should be able to come in here, set this to that. And so Excuse me. Oh, because this is currently at 0. But now what we can do is we can take this variable card and we can renumber it to, say, 64. And so now this one is 64. And so now we don't have that in the system anymore. Yeah, there we go. So we have to have a proxy for each variable that we need to proxy. Oh, that sounds bad. But, hey, we can do things with it. So, yes, we're starting to get a little bit of stuff figured out here. Well, let's do one more thing, and then we will probably have to wrap up here. So, advanced programming. As you may have noticed during the last tutorial, the logic programmer allows you to do way more than just adding numbers. In this tutorial, we'll look into more advanced data structures and chaining of operators. Let's start by creating a static list of the integers 1, 10, and 100 and visualize it in a display panel. Wow, okay, that is definitely getting a little bit more complex. Items are one of the possible value types in this mod. Let's make a static item variable card, dynamically retrieve the mod name from that item and visualize it on a display panel. Okay. All right. Well, let's get an item then. Oh, that's going to require an entity reader, or it's going to take one of these specialized readers to do that. I may have to look at that some other time because that seems really complex. But what we can do here, we can definitely do this. So if we grab our two variables here, and what we will do is we will do some, now this is actually nice, logical NAND. Not, or, and, nor. Oh, I love them. Okay, so we can have min and max. Nice. Greater than, less than, not equal to, greater than or equal to, binary addition, or binary and, binary or, XOR. Oh, we can do 2's complement? That's cool. Shift left, shift right. Oh my god, shift 0. Wow. Length of strings, names. We can add strings together? Wow. Oh, yeah. Round. Floor? Floor and ceiling? Really? Oh, I'm loving this. So basically, I'm going to be able to do everything that I can do normally in Excel, which I deal with quite a bit in my day job, and more. Oh, this is amazing. I love this. Okay. So, yeah. Wow. There is so much stuff here. Step sound. So we can even do sounds? Wow. Uh-huh. Block is a plant. Block is shearable. Good Lord, there's a lot of stuff here. NBT? We can get NBT data from stuff. Mod name. Okay. Gee, many crickets. Okay. Well, yeah, we're gonna have a bit of fun with this. I am going to toy around with this just a little bit and see if I can get what I've done here into this, because that will also give me the ability to more accurately change what we're seeing on our energy cells. So yeah, right now I am very limited just simply by the amount of space that it takes for this to happen. And so I feel like, well, we could probably do this in just a couple of blocks if we use integrated dynamics. And we can have a display telling us whether it's on or off too. So that is really awesome. I love it. Oh god, I am gonna have so much fun with this mod. Alright, well, I think that's gonna be it for this episode. I have not recorded an episode in a single take in a very long time, so hey, if you enjoyed this, if you're as nerdy as I am and getting excited about mathematical operations in a computer game, leave a like. This is absolutely insane. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts about what I've been working on or anything that you want to see, be sure to leave that down in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye!